Hello everyone, welcome. My name's Untogether. Welcome to this bridge, this Geoguessr, where I try and guess my way around the world, score some points, make some fruitless observations, and try not to mess things up too much. Now then, where are we right now? I don't think we're in the US because the lines down the centre of the road aren't yellow. And some of the names, oh, that says police. Ocean City. Okay, I can see where they got the name. That sort of naming convention, don't take any offence, Australians, but that does make me think we might be in Australia. Oh wow, so hang on a minute. So this photo here, let's come back here a bit. I want to see when that changed. Hold on, what's going... Was there not a building there? Did I imagine that? Did I imagine that there was a... See? No building work going on at all. And then all sorts of... Oh, maybe I'm just... And then no cranes, no building work. And a building up here. Yeah, I didn't imagine that building. Okay, that's fine, because I was coming up to see what that building said, and then all of a sudden it's been knocked down. That really doesn't help me. Geoguessr, you see, and it's back again, and it's gone, and it's back. Ocean City, New Jersey. Well, that's going to help us. That's going to help us an awful lot. So, all right, I was wrong in the first thing that I said. I don't think we're in the States because there's no yellow marks down the road. Okay, you saw me, but New Jersey, all the way over here. Where New Yorkers come from, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. So, Ocean City, one would consider that to be along the coast, I would hope. But again, how big is Ocean City? And where in New Jersey would it be? So if we could... Excuse me, if we can find Ocean City, we've got a reasonable chance of getting very, very close on our first go here. Let's come out a bit more. See, New Jersey is actually down here, isn't it? And I was looking up the other side. So, Ocean View, Ocean City, here we go. Thank you very much. Now, are we going to be along this Stainton Memorial Causeway? So this is welcome to. We have a big long road bridge covering quite a significant body of water. So I'm just wondering if these islands here are these islands that we can see here, and do you know what, I think they might be. But let's go down and have a closer nose at the bits of land that are either side. So there's one by itself, which I think is possibly that island there, and then that little tiny bit here, that's there. So let's go back to our start location. No, let's go back to our start location. Okay, we're up by the roadworks, up near where that thing was. So as if we look down this side of the road, this is on our left, we are here looking down. So we're up this end, and I think because we are on the island here, I'm going to say we're about there. And do you know what? That was relatively quick to pinpoint a location as well. Let's have a look. 0.185. Okay, actually, yeah, 100 metres away, 185 metres away. Yeah, I was in a bit far there into the coast. But hey, that is not a bad start at all. And we had to click about 6 times to find that one. Fantastic start. 6,463 points. And I should know what that flag is. And I don't know offhand. It's certainly European. Is that Croatia? Is that a Croatian flag? My flag knowledge, or is it even Portuguese? My flag knowledge isn't particularly... I'm a small waver of a flag. I believe that's a proper rank. It's how they measure it. No, that's not. I didn't just make that up. That's true. Museo Biblioteca. Okay, perhaps we're in Portugal then. museum and the library are that way. And that doesn't sound like Croatian, that sounds a lot more like Portuguese. Certainly not the Spanish flag, is it? No, I don't think it is. Let's have a look and see if we can't get a town name or something for where we are. So if we come up the streets here, and let's just see if we can get a location. Now, we had a really good start. 6,500 points, pretty much. I like, for Geoguessr, when you're doing a random Geoguessr, you let it drop you. Quite often it drops you in the middle of a long road with no particular features anywhere. You might, if you're lucky, be able to narrow it down to a country and get reasonably close that way. So I like to think that 10,000 points for a random Geoguessr. Portugal Telecom. See, I'm good. Alright, I did mistake the Portuguese flag for the Croatian flag, but they are pretty similar in my defence. Now then, the world enters here. Okay, that's odd. So if this is a dock, which it is, look at the size of that ship. If this is a dock, where's the name of the dock? Docks have names. That is such an odd sign. So you can only walk in there, and you're just walking down onto the beach. It's really weird. So I'm going to suppose that you probably drive onto the dock around this way. If I can see a name, we might be able to get pretty close again. Okay. So I've got to kind of wonder, as I like to do with these things, why English is the second language on that sign? Obviously Portuguese first, because we're in Portugal. But why not? I suppose maybe Spanish is close enough to Portuguese that a Spanish speaker can intuit most of what's being said on a sign. But why not French? There's the second language on that sign. Why not Italian or German? Why English? Seems odd. Always seems odd to me. But so many places around the world do it. Such a ubiquitous language. Villanova. I wonder if that's the town name. Oh look, Lagos again. You almost caused us trouble last time, didn't you, Lagos? Because I thought you were in West Africa for a bit. Well, actually I didn't, but I might have done. What do we say? Villanova. That construction, I don't know enough about Portuguese to know if that construction is, you know, if that would be the town name, or if Villanova is just something that's, you know, generally a thing. But Villanova de Sarivia. Look at that. Wow. Sarajevo Villanova. So we're up the river here. Are we here? Are we here? Grazia Matiz. Okay, let's go back to our start location, because there were some pretty impressive darn buildings here. And I would think that one of those, that could that be that church? No, because it's not in a bunch of greenery. There's greenery behind. Have I thrown myself a bit off here? So is that the municipal building that's in the centre of town, maybe? Let's see if we can't get a street name or something like that. Let's see if we can't see a street name, perhaps, and rule in or out. Exactly where we are. Can we go this way? Yes, we can. Camara Municipal de Ponta Delgada. See, Ponta Delgada, but is that the town or is that the district? So we don't tend to get districts particularly on here. Is this a river or is this on the ocean? Whale watching. Okay. Again, English, why? Are we perhaps somewhere way down south where it's a bit more touristy? On this southern coast? Do you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it up here. Because that is the kind of guy that I am. And I would assume that that big building is either this municipal building or this thing here. We're coming out towards the river. I'm going to say this is our start point. We're flying through today, and let's see if we're completely the wrong end of Portugal or not. Wow, Madeira! Or Porta Delgada. Okay. Not Madeira. Where's Madeira? Where is Madeira? Oh, Madeira's down here. So there's Madeira, the island of Madeira, and we are all the way over here. I don't think I would never have found that in 100 years. Ponta Delgada is the thing. Wow, so we ended up actually being a long way away, 1,517 kilometres away, 2,043 points. That'll be why a lot of that's in English then. This is a massive, obviously, tourist trap. Presumably, because where I live is really cold all the time, that's probably not a bad flight away, and it's probably really hot and nice. Okay, a new holiday destination is found. Thanks, Geoguessr. I will come back to Ponta Delgada when I finish this video, because it looked a really nice place. And perhaps might be a nice place for a holiday. Well done, Geoguessr, again. Giving us somewhere nice and built up and interesting again. Now, cars look, don't know, European? Yeah, they do. They look more European than American, certainly. But using our EU registration license number plate cheat, I don't see any blue on there. So I don't think we're in an EU country. But this here says whatever this is, I can just make that out. It says open. Sea level or whatever it's called, whatever it said over here. Sea level is open. So we're somewhere where English is the predominant language. And they've got a bunch of palm trees. So perhaps Europe is completely incorrect. Bottle shop is open, that's helpful. There's an esplanade here and a Holiday Inn. That doesn't help us, there are many Holiday Inns around the world. That just turned us, that didn't send us anywhere. Florence Street. Okay. Florence Street. RSL for the company name. Oh, what are those flags? Come on, flag me. Right, don't flag me. I can make out a part of a Union Jack on that, and not much else. I'm still going to withhold judgment for fear of looking stupid. I think we're in South Africa. But because I don't want to appear stupid, I'm not going to give away where I think we are at the moment, because I don't know. Oh, come up here for a sign. The Hotel Cairns. Well, is there not a Cairns in Australia? Somewhere. Let's click around the entire Australian coast. Wagga Wagga is still the best name that isn't somewhere in Wales. Cairns is all the way up here. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, of course, that we're in Cairns, but Cairns is on the coast. They have a convention centre. Let's see if we can't get a street name. Florence Street and Abbott Street. We're going to have to come in a bit. Abbott Street. Wow. Okay, let's have a look for Florence Street. Florence Street and Abbott Street, the corner of Florence and Abbott Street. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Well, actually, that's a lie. It's always better to be lucky than good. Jump back to our start location, which was near these opposite the sea levels place, but I don't know. So we're on a road that's by the coast. Oh, this is that esplanade that we were talking about, where the bus stop was. So can I see the pier from here? No, I can't. But the road that we're on turns, so wonder if we're on this corner here, if we're around here perhaps. And if we carry on going up straight, if we are on this corner, as we come up here, no, that's not true, we must be going this way, mustn't we? If the sea is to our right, is this Wharf Street? This is Esplanade. Whoops! No, did not want to do that. Ah, Florence Street here. Okay, good. So Florence Street is here. If that's Esplanade, let's just go this way. Esplanade, that's the corner that we're on. That's that corner here, which is past the Holiday Inn. So that is this corner here. Start location. I can't remember which way we just went. So there's a corner there, which must be this corner here. So we're here somewhere, aren't we? Spa by the Sea. Sea level food and wine. So sea level is here. The food and wine part of that must be the restaurant here, and we're just opposite that. So let's go there. That should be pretty darn close. We are racking up a score today, folks. 0.02. Is that 20 metres away? I'll take 20 metres away every day and night. Alright, I was down the road a little bit. It was literally right opposite it. Another 6,477. 15,000 points after 3 goes. Geoguessr, I am the winner today. Oh, and then it's going to make me pay by doing this. Look, see? It always has one up its sleeve. And okay, this is one of those, I can't even guess a continent at the moment until we see a little bit more, let alone a country. Wow. Okay. Majano Jankuja. Wow. That still doesn't help me even slightly. Initial thought is Scandinavia, but it doesn't really sound Scandinavian, to be honest, to my ear. So we will continue to look, because that is not something that I know. You notice on that last one I did almost manage to confuse Australia with South Africa again. At least I never thought it was Canada, which makes a change. Don't blur the signs, Geoguessr, you're not helping. So those red houses, I'm going to say we're Scandinavia. Just because of that. As well as obviously the sign. So let's see. Yeah. Let's see if we can narrow down a country at least in Scandinavia. What you want here, you need you, and you need an energetic, playful Labrador, and then just go for a walk up here, and then just walk for as long as you can until you get tired in the beautiful clear sunshine. It's probably a nice crisp breeze, not cold but enough just to, you know, just to keep you from sweating, just to keep you from breaking out. Just nice and brisk, just right. The Labrador bounds around your feet. Keeps bothering you to pick up sticks and throw them. Not a bad day, is it? Oh. Let's go that way. Oh. Is that sign gone? Wow. I'm going to slightly rejig my guess. Well, it's not really because I said Scandinavia, but I'm going to say Finland. I'm going to go Finland now. If we don't see anything else, we're going to put a marker down in Finland somewhere. Just the construction of the words. It's the only thing I've got to base it on. These red houses are particularly kind of Scandinavian. Let's see if we can't cheat him up a little bit. I can't quite see. Is that a splash of blue on that plate? because Norway's not in the EU and nor is Finland. So their car licence plates, using our EU trick, wouldn't have the blue part on there to say EU. Sweden, Denmark, they are in the EU. Their cars, they would do. But these just don't look Norwegian, they don't look... and they might be Swedish. Maybe that's Swedish. So I don't think we're in Norway. So let's just keep going up the road here. We'll do a few more clicks. And if we don't see anything else to assist us, we'll have to make a guess. And we'll have to see where we are. So I'm going to say... I want to bet my reputation on it because that's not worth anything. But I'm going to say, I reckon we're in either Sweden or Finland. And the more I bounce around here, the more I look at Sweden. Wait. Oh, you stink, Geoguessr. You double stink. I think there's a splash of blue down there. Oops. I think there is. So we're in an EU country which rules out Norway, which rules out Finland. I think we're somewhere in Sweden based on that. I don't think we're too far north because it still looks relatively temperate in terms of crops and everything else, fields and growing stuff. So I'm going to say we're obviously in a rural part. Let's go here because of reasons, and let's make a guess. Oh, you! Ooh, ah! Well, I was half right. We're in Finland. Yep. So yeah, my initial thoughts were there. There we are. There's that road name that we saw. Jalanji, whatever it was. So yeah, my initial thoughts were right. The marks on the cars threw me away. Threw me off, not threw me away. And so we ended up 734 kilometres away, 2,290 points. Yeah, that's a defeat. I should always stick with my gut. It's surprising how often my initial gut feeling is actually never too far off, it seems. At least not these days. Okay, still, 2,290 is not bad. 17,273 with 3 goes. We've got 1 remaining. We'd like to get over 20,000, which means we're going to have to be relatively close on this last go. Oh, we just passed a sign, although it probably just said something like warning river. Or the river something. McViegi Creek. Okay, that doesn't help. So, we're in North America, certainly, US or Canada. Big question is, which one? Because they're both pretty big places, don't know if you know that, but they are. Like sometimes, if I'm going into London, because I live just a little way outside, I have to walk to the station to get the train. That walk to the station's like a couple of miles. Both America and Canada, they're much bigger than that. Pretty much bigger than that. Hawk Junction, okay. Again, hawks are pretty ubiquitous, one would suggest. Maple Street and College Street. See, the use of the word maple obviously leans me in towards Canada. I dare say there are plenty of maple streets in the United States. So we're in somewhere called Hawk Junction. But just the use of that word. Alright, does that say welcome? Does that say beyond view underneath? Is that in English and French? Does that put us in up in Quebec? Maybe. What does this sign say? That's just another one of our Maple Street and College Streets. So, a couple of big assumptions. One is use of the word maple puts us in Canada. Big Bear Hotel, I mean that's, you know, again I suppose there's probably Big Bear's hotels all over the States and Canada. Cedar Street, again, you're not really helping me. Hawk Junction, Firehawk, big train. Right, Algoma Central Railway. Algoma. No vehicles allowed, which includes four-wheel buggies and jet skis. That's probably not a jet ski, I know, but never mind that. Algoma Central Railway. I'm really leaning towards Canada. That one splash of French that we saw leans me again towards Quebec. But, you know, they're two tiny clues that don't really, in the grand scheme of things, mean an awful lot. But, again, what else do we have to go on? That is the question. And sometimes you just have to follow the little things. Spruce Street and Queen Street. See, again, far more likely to be a Queen Street in Canada than there would be in the States, I would say. I might be massively wrong about that, but I don't think I am. So I'm going to go Canada, and because of Beyond View, I'm going to narrow it down in Canada to Quebec, although again the size of Quebec, Queen Street as well, the size of Quebec, that's not much of a narrow. Have to zoom in some way to see our tiny hawk, whatever it is. So is there a part? Yeah. There's several parts of Quebec where the English name is more common than the French kind of name. So we're going to go that side. I'm going to go over there, just like that. Let's see how far away we are. Quite a long way, but in Quebec, are we? Not just guessing Ottawa like an idiot. Yeah, I did. And we were in Ottawa anyway. Is that the? Yeah, that seems to be the border for Quebec coming down. And that's where I guess. No, it was up here then, wasn't it? Yeah. Stop being an idiot. There we are. Hawk Junction Water Dome. So we were all the way over, in fact. All the way over in Ontario. Actually not massively far away, 6,667. 667. 2,326 isn't quite going to give us what we want. But we are going to end up today with 19,599. And to be honest with you, given how far away we were for quite a few of these, that is not a bad score at all to hit almost 20,000. We were never going to pick up this island here, one of these Portuguese islands way out in the middle of the North Atlantic. I did myself out of Sweden and Finland. That was foolish on my part, but we did really well picking up Cairns, and we also did really well. We got pretty lucky, to be fair, with Ocean City in New Jersey. So there we are, folks. 19,599. Pretty good score today. Hope you enjoyed that one, folks. Like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more. There'll always be more Geoguessr. My name's been On Together. Hope you enjoyed that one. I will see all you guys for the next one.